Welcome back to the Saudi Pro League Newsroom. Game week 14 and history. History was just made. Al-Hilal 9-0. The biggest win to happen in the RSL. Look, we've got so much to cover. We've got Al-Hilal flying, Al-Nassr flying, and Al-Ittihad just doing Al-Ittihad thing. Okay, so we have to start off with, of course, the history makers Al-Hilal. 9-0. Look, I can't even go through every goal. Otherwise, the whole show would just be me talking to you about Al-Hilal. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to run all the goals in the background whilst we talk about the game. So look, Al-Hilal came out flying. And for me, I felt this was going to happen sooner than later. Like I say every week, this team, bruv, they just get shots off. 23 shots again. It's like they get 20 plus shots every game. And as we can see, goals came and came and came. Look, when you hit the target 15 times, it's going to happen. A team is going to hold a smoke in. And unfortunately for Hazem, the worst team in the league, without a doubt, they held that smoke. So then Malcolm, look, hat-trick hero. Malcolm, remember? Chops, he ain't here, yeah? I wonder where he is, innit? He gave all that talk about Al-Ittihad, then they draw, and he doesn't show. Come on, lad. But look, Malcolm, hat-trick. And then, do you know what? I felt like Al-Hilal were playing FIFA and they were scoring the same goal over and over. And guys, look at the screen. They were just going down the flank, yeah? Put a ball in across and then it's a tap in. But for the last goal. And the reason why I want to focus on this last goal is, for me, this basically describes how Al-Hazem were playing the whole game. They fell asleep, guys. They completely fell asleep on a corner. And they passed it into Savage and he literally walks into the box and smashes it top bins. Now, for me, first of all, that should have been defended. Second of all, how are you leaving Savage alone? Third of all, the goalkeeper. And the reason why I want to talk about the goalkeeper is because I felt like he had a shocking game. And I want to put this up. Look at him. He's just sitting there. He looks stressed, yeah? But he was at fault for a lot of the goals as well. And yes, Al-Hilal were getting a lot of shots off, but it's what they do every single game. And after the third goal, Al-Hazem dropped their heads, and even the keeper, because a lot of them he could have saved. However, unfortunately for Al-Hazem, they had to hold that L, and boy, did they hold it. But Al-Hilal have just made history. And you know what? I only think Al-Hilal will ever be able to beat this score, because they are the only team I watch where every week I'm like, yeah, they've won. Every week I'm like, how many goals are they going to get? Al-Hilal are completely flying, and they are doing this all without Neymar. And for me, there were many standouts on the pitch today. I think we had Michael, Malcolm, and Mohammed Al-Buraq playing left back, yeah? Now, the honest truth is I want to give man the match to Michael. Now, I would have given it to Malcolm because he got the hat-trick, but that left-hand side, yeah? Mohammed Al-Buraq and Michael were up and down that flank over and over and over. It was repetitive. They did not stop. So yeah, for me, Michael has to be man the match, and yo, Al-Hilal, they are force. They are real force, man. All right, game 2. Now this one, we could talk about the goals because there ain't 9, yeah? Al-Nassr versus Al-Akhdoud. Now listen, we have two teams on fire. Absolute fire. And that's Al-Hilal and Al-Nassr. But look, Al-Nassr hosted Al-Akhdoud. And you know what? Ronaldo's just doing what Ronaldo does, yeah? And he scores 2 goals again. But we got to get into this game because Al-Nassr, for me, have really grown. From that first few weeks we saw at the start of the Saudi Pro League to where they are now, unrecognizable. In this game, they had 71% possession. They dominated the ball. They controlled the game. Al-Akhdoud did absolutely nothing. Yeah, they had a couple counters where they got their shots off, but they were absolutely awful. So look, in that first half, it started quick, right? Al-Nassr opening goal was absolutely beautiful. Passed that ball around so many times, and it was a beautiful ball over from Otavio, and it literally split the pitch. And then Al-Ghanam puts it in, and Sami Al-Naji scores. But for me, it was all about that long ball that was put in. Paul Scholes-esque, absolutely beautiful. And for the second goal, look, the keeper messed up, man. The ball goes in, keeper absolutely fumbles it. And Cristiano Ronaldo, look, we can't take anything away from that finish. An absolutely brilliant finish. But the keeper could not be dropping the ball in the air from there. 2-0, and you know the game's done. And then again, a ball goes in behind. And You know what, at that point, I'm thinking the keeper does well, right? Comes out high, defends his line high, so helping the defenders. But it drops to Cristiano Ronaldo and he lobs the keeper from about 35, 40 yards. And you know what? He lobbed that so high. I think even he was watching that thinking, yo, is that coming down? And it came down and Ronaldo scored, but I don't know, maybe a little bit lucky, eh? But 3-0, it doesn't matter. Cristiano Ronaldo's man of the match for me. And what was interesting for me is we have seen Sadio Mane being dropped now. So Al-Raed and Talisca started the game. Mane didn't even appear. Now, I've been saying for a few weeks I need to see more from Mane, and I think this is the manager, Castro, putting his foot down and going, Mane, we need more from you, and it's the right thing to do. And I'm getting a bit concerned, I'm not going to lie. As Al Nassr fan, I'm watching Al-Hilal and yeah, they're looking scary, man. So, on to Al-Ittihad. Look, we just put a video out. Go check it out, right? All about Marcelo Gallardo. So, look, Al-Ittihad. And I'm on my ones, yeah? I don't know where Chops is. Nah, look. He had stuff come up, but obviously we always keep the content coming, yeah? But more importantly, he told us, Marcelo Gallardo, new things, new hope. And I don't know, I saw a bit of the same yesterday from Al-Ittihad, but more importantly, Deepak, the great 359. This guy, you comment every week, my bro, and I had to read this out because you actually mentioned about Marcelo on our last video. And if you haven't watched our last video, go check it out. Short clip all about who Gallardo is and potentially Paolo Maldini joining. But look, he said, please ask me more, first of all, about Marcelo because he claims he watched Argentinian football. So my bro, hit me up. Drop me a message on socials and let me know what you think about Gallardo and where this is going. And if we agree, I 100% will read it out again. But look, he said Gallardo was a top manager in River Plate. He played very direct attacking football and won multiple trophies. He generally believes that bringing in Gallardo will give them a superpower in January so they can attract more players. I will put this on because obviously it's a lot more detailed than what I've said. But, you know, an Ittihad fan telling you Gallardo is going to do big things. And we saw nothing. We saw absolutely none of that yesterday. And you can't blame the manager for it. But against Al-Ettifaq, you draw 1-1. So look, Al-Ettifaq took the lead. And it was a bit of a scramble in the box, but they've done what they've done. And then in the second half, we saw Al-Ittihad equalise. And it was a great finish from Hamidullah. And I'm not going to lie to you, I think the problem was yesterday, the partnership between Hamidullah and Benzema. And look, Chops, when he's back, he can tell you if he doesn't agree with me. He's the Al-Ittihad fan at the end of the day. But I feel like in the last match, we saw Al-Ittihad come out in a 4-3-3 and we saw the pitch stretched. And yesterday, once again, they tried to accommodate two strikers. And I know Hamidullah has a great goal scoring record, but for me, when you put him up top, you really do sacrifice Benzema, and we did see that. But like our good friend Deepak the Great said, yeah, we got to give Marcelo Gallardo time because he is an attacking manager, and I want to see more attacking football from Al-Ittihad. But once again, Al-Ittihad have dropped points, and yeah, the league's truly done for them. The race is just between Al-Hilal and Al-Nassr. And our last PIF team, Al-Ahli vs Al-Shabab. Now, I always say this about Al-Ahli, and you know, I get a bit of stick from it, but Al-Ahli do not play the best football. Al-Ahli control the ball. They hold all the ball. And we saw again in this game, they had 17 shots, guys. 17 shots, but only 7 on target. They rarely have a fundamental issue at scoring goals at Al-Ahli. They create so many opportunities. They control the ball, but they're just not direct enough for me. So them drawing against Al-Shabab, again, shows that they're not at the level of Al-Hilal and Al-Nassr. They're probably sitting closer, like we say with Al-Ittihad. So them two will probably fight for 3rd and 4th. But they drop points, and yeah, like I said, we're just going to see a 2-horse race now. So for me, Al-Ahli just need to stay in that top 4 race until January and then purchase, in all honesty. But they drop points and they keep dropping points. So look, guys, we have to round up because we had some shockers, yeah? Al-Taawon vs Al-Raed. Now, me and Chops both gave Al-Raed no chance whatsoever. We have heard Chops say they are the worst team in the league, and I don't believe that, to be honest. but they just went to Al-Taawon and they won. They beat them 2-1. A big result there. Taee versus Al-Raed, like we said, loads of goals, and boy, it didn't disappoint. 4-3 to Taee. But the game I wanted to quickly mention, the one that blew my mind, Fateh versus Al-Fiha. And Fateh dominated that game, guys. But unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because I wanted them to put some pressure on the other teams, they dropped points to Al-Fiha. So, you know what? This is what the table's looking like now. So in first place, cruising, undefeated, potentially running away, potentially, Al-Hilal in first place on 38 points. We then had Al-Nassr 4 points behind on 34. Al-Ahli in third on 27 points. Al-Ittihad have got back into the top 4 race, but they sit on 25 points, which is joint with Al-Taawon, and 1 point behind them in 6th is Al-Fateh on 24 points. And if we go to the bottom of the league, yeah, Hazem, man. This team really needs to start picking on some points. They lost in 18th on 7. Al-Raed are 17th on 9 points. And Akhdoud are 16th on 10 points. And there's a gap starting to build because in 15th spot we have Abha on 13 points now. But like we always say, that bottom half, man, it can change. 2 game weeks and that can look completely different. But guys, first of all, let me know what you thought about Al-Hilal's results. Let me know what the best goal in the Al-Hilal game was. Look, for me, I really like Mitrovic's one, but tell me yours. More importantly, guys, I'm on my ones, so support, man. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification because we have more and more videos coming. But more importantly, like I say, every single video, guys, please don't forget our brothers and sisters in Palestine. Just keep making dua for them and we will see you soon. Peace.